You could say I'm plain Jane, but it's not the same.
Right.
I ain't the big names, but I like nice things. I watch boxing matches and football games. I wouldn't mind being an actress, but I love to sing. I like going out, taking walks and stuff. I don't roll with many girls because they talk too much. I enjoy quiet nights at home and dogs next to you. No, I ain't a virgin. That don't mean I'm having sex with you. Anywhere I go, I got it. No doubt. Anything I want, I got it. Hey, 5'5" with brown eyes. Smile like the sunrise. Caramel complexion.
You know what's funny? I thought about you.
Baby, look me in my eyes.
Oh, keep going.
Let me look at your line.
Okay. I hope they don't see my hard nipples through this shirt. Because you turning me on like Kevin Little.
I thought she was going to say Carrie Hilson, but continue.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you remember that song?
Is his name Kevin Little? Turn me on, let me hold you.
Yes, baby.
Come caress. See, y'all not really Caribbean massive.
No, y'all not really from Flatbush.
Rick, can I get my air horns for us real Caribbeans in the room? Thank you. Good day, Rick. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Rick. Yeah. All right, baby.
All right, so what up, beautiful people? Welcome to Still Diverted.
I'm Kenya Miracle.
And I'm Malcolm, and this is a weekly check-in from your Brooklyn besties. What's poppin'?
I just imagine like the line going across, the title going across, like a news report.
Oh, yes.
You should do that right now.
Oh, okay.
In this edit.
Oh, now you like the graphics.
I do, just a bit.
Somebody didn't like the graphics last week. Shout out to all of the visual watchers. Somebody said, why the graphics so big? Why I feel like Eyewitness News? Because we are the motherfucking news. I'm the Sade of the streets, okay?
I'm the Sade.
And this is the Bill Ritter of the streets. And she might be forgetful, but she's still good at her job.
Changes your name to @Sade in the streets.
Sade.
All right, baby.
Yes,
Tell me,
anyway.
what's good?
So what's good this week? How you been? How are you feeling?
So I celebrated Abuela's birthday this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy birthday,
she
bro.
turned
A Leo?
67 years old,
You
and
put
she
her
is a big
whole,
Leo.
why you put her whole business in the street?
Because
she want the streets to know she's 67?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Okay.
She's a big guru, and she's a Leo.
Guru.
She ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, shout out to Leo season. Oh, I'm exhausted already.
But the real tea for me was that I wanted to go get her a Dominican cake because I heard the Dominican cakes were good, and I was like,
It'd be so wet.
Not the flan. I think you're thinking about flan.
No, honestly, the cake you had at your baby shower 13 years ago.
The fact that you remember that is crazy.
I didn't like it.
I think it because it had a little leche in it.
Because it was wet. Yeah, I don't like wet cake.
Okay. Okay, I
Also,
think
we have special guests in the building.
Yes.
IQ.
Come on, audience. I was looking for a cake
Yeah.
for Abuela, so I Googled Dominican cake. And I ended up finding this spot called Doc's. Doc
Romeo
Shop.
Santos.
You're a clown.
I know.
Doc Shop Cake on 214 Bainbridge. Shout out to them.
Shout out to
in
Doc's.
Brooklyn, New York.
You got
Exactly.
the red velvet from Doc's.
No, ma'am.
Nope.
So my girl is allergic to a lot of stuff. So initially when I went in, I got the pound cake, I got a pineapple coconut cake, and I got a pineapple upside down cake.
You got 3 cakes?
Yeah, for her.
Like slices?
Slices.
Oh, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Because I know she needs to watch her sugars. I know she's allergic to everything. So I was like, let me just give the girl little options. Cool. And then I end up leaving with 2 extra cakes, because they're like, when you're a first time goer and if you buy, I guess 3 cakes, they give you 2 for free. So I end up grabbing the pistachio and another pineapple upside down situation. Girl, as soon as I leave, I call Titi and I'm like, hey baby, I got mommy this, I got mommy that. She's like, oh no, mommy's allergic to pineapple. Oh no, mommy's allergic to coconut. Oh no, mommy's allergic to pistachio. If it got nuts in it, you can't give her that. I'm like, all right, homie.
Would you like an apple?
Exactly. So I went back and I ended up switching it up. So I got her a vanilla cake, a lemon cake, and just like a pound cake. And no icing and no extra stuff on it. And I got some balloons. I got her a crown, and we sang happy birthday for her. And then we went to Bamboo Walk. It's not that far from, shout outs to Bamboo Walk, really good spot. They ended up singing happy birthday to her, and they played Stevie Wonder and the whole 9. It's actually, I want to say it's a Creole restaurant, but they be turning it up. Shout out to Abuela, because my girl was really turned up. She looked like she was having an amazing time.
Ashley. He said, what the fuck is this motherfucking place?
He's so extra. He's so extra. He said, I didn't want to get burned. The fire was going to burn me. I'm like, bro, it's sparklers.
It's fine.
Anyway,
It's
what's
fine.
good with you?
Mine was good for this week. I want to give a shout out to Reminisce Smith, my cousin.
Remy.
AKA Remy Ma. So Remy was on Angie's show the other day, and it's very rare to see Remy sit down for an hour with someone. I don't know what it is about Remy's interviews that are always kind of like in that 30-minute pocket, but they sat down for a full hour. And in this interview, Remy discussed a whole lot. She's in her soft girl era. She talked about always being very New York and very uptown and all of that good stuff. But what I learned from this interview is that Remy only has one album, which is so crazy to me. Remy has had hits after hits, moment after moment, big single after big single, and it's only been one album. So she told Angie that she is working on her sophomore album, which is so crazy because her first album came out in 2006. And the fact that it's been like 20 years is so wild to me.
Yeah, her birthday had passed back in June.
Yes, she's a Gemini queen.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
But yeah, so
gorgeous.
Shout out to Remy. I love this. I also love that I went to, so for my first time ever, I went to the Beacon Theater, right? Shout out to my homie Lawrence who invited me to the Rick Ross show. And honestly, when he invited me, I was like, I want to go to this damn show. But also, I never been to the Beacon. I never saw Rick Ross. So I said, let me go kill two birds with one stone. So I go to the show. Remy was a special guest. She comes out, she performs. It was great. It was the vibes. It was get it popping. But in that interview with Angie, funny enough, she didn't do whatever. And then she didn't do like a lot of songs that...
She did Conceited though.
She did Conceited. She did Feel So Good.
She got a reason.
She did Hello Now. She did a couple of her hits, but she was saying that she is, I guess, gearing up to go on a tour after this album comes out. And bigger than all of that, Remy to me is a good girl. And that's why I want to let you talk about my sister up here on this podcast, because
and we love Remy.
There was a lady outside that was getting like autographs from, she was trying to get an autograph from Rick Ross. And apparently this lady runs like a Instagram page of sorts where she basically collects dollar bills that celebrities sign.
Yeah.
Ross comes out the venue. He pays everybody dust. He doesn't talk to anybody. He walks out, gets in the car, so on and so forth. Remy comes out like 20 minutes later, and she's here with the vibes. What's up, y'all? Y'all still out here? Right. Yeah. Very New York, very classic, very regular. So she goes, I guess she drops some stuff off in the car. She comes back out the car, and she goes up to the girl, and she's like, so this is what you do? Like, you get like autographs from celebrities? And she was like, yeah, I get autographs from celebrities. I put them on dollar bills, and I collect them. And she was like, oh, that's what's up. Put mine next to Beyonce's. And I said, you see? A good time girl. Rick Ross, you can learn something from this. So anyway, I'm always Team Remy. That's my girl for life. And I'm going to ride until the wheels fall off. Can't wait for the sophomore album.
It's whatever.
Get it poppin'. Get it poppin'. Get it poppin'.
Anyway, so what in the hell?
What in the hell?
I love how we're both discussing children this segment. So please tell me what you had in mind.
Okay, yes. So me and Ash were talking about this a couple weeks ago. So we have officially set Real Housewives of Atlanta free.
Really?
We're done. It's just not good. And here's my problem, right? As somebody that is a real OG Atlanta watcher, I remember when the show used to be about their husbands, their wives, their kids, their businesses. There used to be so much of the world of Real Housewives where I feel like now they have gotten to the point where all of the show is becoming like basketball wives, where it's all just this inter-turmoil fighting.
Yeah,
and it's like, here's the thing. When we enjoyed the fights on Atlanta, like when
here.
No, rip that label off. When we enjoyed the fights on Atlanta, i.e. the lies, that was a moment that we got to so organically because it didn't happen so often that when there was real drama on the show, you would be like, whoa, they really getting it popping right now. Yeah. But every week it feels like y'all are trying to make these
makeup drama, new
housewives moments. Okay, we have a question from somebody in the audience. Sir, what's your name and from where are you calling?
What they can do better. What can they do better?
Here's what they can do better. They can
bring back Nene.
You know what? I would love to see Lenithia back on the show, but even when Nene was there, she was showing her ass. I'm at the point now where I don't really even want to continue to watch it. Now, of course, I will tap back in for the reunion because every Real Housewife girl knows the reunion is like the Super Bowl. So even if you missed the whole season, you gotta watch the reunion. Yeah. On a recent episode of Atlanta, former besties Portia and Shamia, are you familiar with these two?
No.
Okay, so Portia is the one that said the Underground Railroad wasn't a real train. 265 days a year.
Oh, yes, I saw this clip.
So that, right.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, she said it was a real train. She spoke in it, so they were talking on the show, and they pretty much were in a heated exchange about whose mama came at who else's mama, and then somebody's mama was trying to sleep with somebody's uncle. It was a whole lot of shit going on. But in the argument, Shamia expressed that she was hurt that Portia wouldn't let PJ come over to play with Shamia's kids because of their riff. And it got me to thinking, for all the parents out there.
Hey, parents.
If you ain't cool, are you letting your child go sit at I won't call it the op, but the op's house.
I mean, is that really a question?
It is a question. Well, here's the thing, right?
Yeah, what's the
Shamia
thing?
and Portia were so close to the point where they were almost like sisters. Like if you and I had a falling out right now and I had a child,
Right.
could Ashton still come over and play with my child even though you and I are not on the same wavelengths?
Yes. Like, what was the point?
Well, here's the problem. They really don't want to discuss a whole lot of it on the show because they are such real
was
friends.
sensitive?
They're like, well, I don't really
Okay.
want to take it all the way there on this TV show because we have such
A real
history together.
relationship.
But I think and again, I'm like a couple weeks behind now. But I think the real thing is there was some energy between the moms, which trickled down to the kids, which now, funny enough, is trickling down to the other kids, like Shamia and Portia's kids. So,
Got it.
yeah.
Did the kids ever have a riff with each other?
No, the kids are like 8 years old.
Yeah, so I feel like if this was the case, especially if it was between me and you, I would still let my child play with your child because it's almost like if we're that close, it's almost like, dealing with another father or dealing with another parent. Like, you're a part of my village now. And having this friendship is just as valuable as the friendship that we had or previously had. And I wouldn't want to get in between what my child has now created for themselves because eventually they're also going to have children or they're going to have creative something and they're going to need each other's support. And I feel like it's just fucked up to like break up the relationship.
Yeah.
Break up the village essentially because of a rift.
Can they come over unattended?
No, they're 8.
No, I'm saying, can they come over without you being present? Like, can you send them to the friend's house or the sister's house without?
I'm sure whatever it is, it has literally nothing to do with now. I feel like he or she or you in this case would now be spiteful towards my child. Like, I don't think whatever broke us up had anything that would have a direct impact on the kid. I think it's also just important to note that we're still talking. Like, we're still texting each other because I have to let you know, hey, Ashton wants to come over.
Yeah, but they're really not, though.
But I'm saying like I have to communicate with you in order for my child to get there.
Oh, true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like yes, our relationship might be a bit tarnished, but not enough where I can't communicate like, hey, Ashley still wants to come over.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah, I'll be home by 5. Cool. I come over, you get the child, I keep it pushing. Do you need anything? You need some food? Like, oh, you guys are going anywhere? Do you need some extra cash? Like, or I just sold you and I go on my way.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I need to now completely disrupt the life of my child and your child because, I'm sure I care. Wow. I'm sure.
Oh, he bit my finger.
Well, Miracle, let me ask you a question really quickly.
Well, in any event, Portia, Shamia, I want y'all to figure this out because
Yeah.
I don't really like to see friendships fall apart. I mean, you and I can fall apart, but we're not as long as friends as Shamia and Portia.
Never.
We can't fall apart.
So if y'all ain't cool, can your child still go play? We would like to know. Let us know what you think.
So on another tip of what in the health, I realized that going into different schools, like growing up, whether it was charter school, private school, be careful, baby.
I got a little clearance.
Shaking the table.
I didn't shake it. Rick, I shook the camera. No, I didn't shake no camera. No, it
You
looked
saw
fine.
it, right? He moved the tripod. Mr. Vic, he moved the tripod.
I didn't do nothing. Look at the frame. Look, the screen's still at the top. Why you gotta be a fucking... And this is why I'm gonna be Portia all over your ass next season, Shamia. Because you fucking around and you want to find out. I'm sorry. Well, as long as we're gonna be making complaints about what's happening with the studio, Rick, the desk is too short, the chairs are too low, and my legs are too long. I need a taller chair. Shit.
I need a taller
I
chair.
could barely stretch out as is.
We would
I feel
just
like
need
I'm
to
in
talk to
34D.
production about the budget. Right now, I cannot get into it. So,
Anyway,
for what
yeah.
in the hell,
All right, let's
mine
drive.
this week is that seeing children go into different schools and really understanding what curriculum they're actually getting into. I know for me, I'm in the process of just looking at new schools for my child.
Is he going to... No, he's not going to high school.
No, 7th grade, baby.
Oh, okay.
7th grade. One thing at a
Only
time.
7th?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And I noticed that in this school, they were teaching so many different things. They were discussing restorative justice. They were discussing the stock market. They were discussing homelessness. They were discussing child abuse. They were talking about rape culture, pornography, gender affirming care. They were talking about inclusivity. What does that mean for children of all kinds, all backgrounds? They were discussing slavery in the context of resistance. And I was kind of just mind blown at like all the things that these kids were learning because we weren't talking about this in school. And a lot of it we didn't learn until college, or even just like through social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and so on and so forth. And I know that people talk about it like online, like, oh, I don't want my child learning about this. I don't want, but I didn't really think it was actually happening. You know, and you would think like, oh, you live in New York. You're like, of course, these things are happening. But listen, when your child goes to a predominantly Black and brown school, and not to say that, you know, some people are narrow-minded or ignorant, but to a degree, there's certain things that still are not being touched on, addressed at all.
It's not really in the curriculum.
It's just not even.
It's like, sorry, this is 7th grade history. We got to talk about, you know, ancient Roman China.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned that Ashton, you know, he's dealt with being in a predominantly white school. He's also dealt with being in a Black and brown school. He's dealt with being a charter school. But now this is his first time really entering into a diverse public school, where you're seeing Asian kids, you're seeing Black kids, you're seeing Middle Eastern children, you're seeing white children, like you're seeing pretty much everything. Right. So everything is really being touched on. Right. And so we're not just sticking to a certain type of, he's been to like a West Indian school, you know what I mean? So he understands. And because I've been to like 5 different schools at this point, you don't really see him being taught in a lot of schools because of people are restricted to their culture, or they're restricted to their religion, or they're restricted to their community and their bubble. You know what I mean? So
shout out to Riverview, Florida.
Shout out to Florida for making me see how things could be, and you know what would happen if.
Because I'm assuming this wasn't in the curriculum when y'all was living.
No, I was surprised when they didn't do anything for Black History Month.
Were you surprised?
No, but yes.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like such a staple. And I was like, so y'all not doing nothing? No pictures?
No step
nothing?
show?
No step.
Doing nothing for February?
But no, their school seems really dope. They have like a chess, they have theater, they have like coding clubs, and what was another thing that the baby told me? They were telling me so many different things, so many different programs that the kids can enlist in and enroll in. So, yes.
All right.
On the Parkway, baby. What you got?
I think you're going first.
All right. So
I can go first, but it's up to you.
No.
Clearly, it's not up to you because I just said
you can go first. Exactly.
So go ahead.
Okay, so a man accused of fatally shooting a 12-year-old outside of the Bronx. I saw the video and I was like, this is actually fucking crazy. These guys were clearly like on the corner, just jumping some guy. Somebody else took out a gun. Mind you, this baby is on a bicycle, just like going over to the corner store. You could tell like he's about to get off just to go inside. You heard about this?
I sure
So 12-year-old Bronx boy, who police say was an innocent bystander killed by a stray gunfire, has been identified as the son of a retired NYP detective sergeant, according to the Sergeants Benevolent Association. As family and friends and neighbors mourn Jacob Freyitz, known to loved ones as Kai, police arrested and charged and suspect in daily shooting. So the Sergeants Benevolent Association confirmed that Jacob was the son of a retired detective sergeant. In a statement, the union said it was saddened by the loss and called on prosecutors to pursue the case to the fullest extent. Police say the 45-year-old William Ferreira was arrested outside the Bronx home on Sunday and charged with murder, attempted murder, manslaughter, assault, criminal possession of a weapon in connection with the shooting. Authorities says that Ferreira was arguing with 5 people near Elliott Place and Walton Avenue in Mount Eden section of the Bronx when he shot into the group. A 25-year-old man, right, exactly. Yeah. A 25-year-old man was shot in the buttocks, and 35-year-old man, I'm reading, right, exactly.
Shout out to our friends at Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News.
Always keeping it spicy
word, exactly.
in the copy.
The wording is always wording.
Don't be explicit.
Shot that nigga in the ass.
Right. Our 35-year-old was shot in the left foot. Both are expected to survive and enlisted in stable condition, but for the most part, the community is grieving that another child has been killed. We can never say enough what has been done when we are seeing our children being killed on our streets. Mamdani had came up to talk about the entire situation as a whole. And they talked about how citywide major crime is down 6.5. Shootings are down 7%. Major crime is down in the Bronx by roughly 7%. And we could say all these statistics, but if the babies are still dying, it doesn't really matter, baby.
And is 7% really that much?
No.
It's too much.
Yeah.
They're saying that this neighborhood has the highest increase of shootings of any neighborhood in the Bronx.
What neighborhood is this?
Mount Eden.
Oh.
Where's that at? Is that South Bronx?
The scary part. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to the Bronx.
But
wow,
yeah.
as I Google Mount Eden, they give me Mount Eden, New Zealand. Who the fuck is she? It's near Kingsbridge. It's a little bit below Morris Heights.
Yes.
Oh.
It's near Claremont Park. Don't really know who she is.
It's literally right across Washington Heights over the water.
So
That's low-key South Bronx-ish.
Like,
You got the good Wi-Fi. Rick, why my Wi-Fi not working on my computer?
But yes, that is my On the Parkway. I thought about the story, and obviously having a child of my own, like a 12-year-old, it's like, he's just now talking to me like, yeah, I wish I could just, walk around, the block with my friends, because he sees kids like with their friends and just walking. And we used to do that, without our parents, but I can't even say like, oh, things are crazy, because things were crazy back then too.
Yeah.
It's just our parents was like, you could do it.
But they feel worse now. Like I feel.
They feel worse. Okay.
I want to do a fusion segment.
Go ahead, Fuse.
Of
Bitch, you gotta go.
On the Parkway into Bitch, You Gotta Go.
Yes, get into it.
So there's a petition going around from 9/11 families that are asking New York City Mayor Kwame, hey Kwame,
hey Kwa,
Zohran Mamdani to not attend the 9/11 remembrance ceremony.
I'll be damned.
This is from CBS News. They said family members who lost loved ones on 9/11 have started an online petition calling for New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani to not attend the 25th 9/11 remembrance ceremony. So Giovanni Galante, a 9/11 widower, started the petition with the woman who lost her husband on 9/11. Galante's 29-year-old wife, Grace Catherine Galante, worked on the 105th floor of the North Tower. So in the article, she says, we felt that having Mamdani there would show a disrespect to our family members because of the people he supports. Mm-hmm. As of Tuesday morning, there were more than 23,000 signatures on this petition. Monica Murphy is among those who signed. Now, she lost her 37-year-old husband, Michael, also on 9/11. He worked on the 84th floor of the South Tower. And she said, I feel anyone who attends this 25th pivotal anniversary for us, we just want a little time for ourselves. We don't want someone just coming in who just came into office who really wasn't there. Until he does something proactive for the 9/11 community, he should just sit there in City Hall, the person said. So basically, the whole point of this petition is that there is a lot of Islamophobia in New York City.
Yes.
And the argument, as I have come to understand, is that they basically don't want Mamdani to be there because they feel like because he wasn't, I guess, the mayor on 9/11, they don't want him to be present to this ceremony for the 20th anniversary. And the biggest critique that I've seen in all of this coverage about this petition is that they want to keep politics out of the ceremony. And my whole thing is 9/11 is political.
Every single day of the week.
It was so political. And you know how I feel about 9/11. Every time we have to leave the studio and walk outside, I'd be like, ooh,
I know, baby.
Ooh, the Lower Manhattan energy is still very
Lower
dark.
Manhattan.
It's still so dark to me. So the fact that y'all
are racist. Blatantly racist.
And are truly finding...
To a fucking child. He was 9 years old.
No,
get over yourselves.
Honestly.
Yes, people died. A lot of people died. People who were in the building, people who were on the plane, people who were around the city, people who were working, firefighters. Years later, people are still dealing with cancer. Like, they truly think that they are better than Mamdani, and that's what it comes down to. They feel like he's Muslim, and so that has something to do with the people who attacked 9/11. And truly, I'm not trying to be here to be a conspiracy theorist. Like, I'm gonna give it to y'all. We don't have to do that today. Fine. But my
point... We can do it a little.
No,
because your conspiracies are not all the way wrong.
Because if we really get down to it, we know that that's not why the attack. The government did that to themselves. That's really the
There's
tea.
a great documentary on Netflix called 9/11 and the Turning Point. If you really want to get, Netflix do a long documentary. But if you want to get into all of the tea of 9/11, they break it down so succinctly and so beautifully. And there's CIA agents in this documentary that's like, hey, y'all, I think we should probably check on this intel. And this is like July 2001. August 2001. Hey, y'all, I think there's probably some stuff in Al-Qaeda that we should probably check on that's not really sounding. So, yeah, your conspiracy theories are not 100% far off.
So, again, just get over yourselves. He's going to show up. He's going to show his respects because that's why we voted for him. And then he's going to leave.
Because I didn't hear this about Mayor Adams, about de Blasio, about Bloomberg, about Giuliani. Y'all never brought any of this shit up. But as soon as we get, Brown Lives Matter in office,
get over your fucking selves.
Y'all feel away.
Anyway, next topic, child, because that was Bitch You Gotta Go?
It was a combo.
Okay.
It was a fusion. That was Tex-Mex.
Don't piss me off. Talking about a 9-year-old Kwame.
Like,
he wasn't around, bitch.
Because he's
you're not
supporting the terrorists.
In which way?
Now, I did a stupid thing, and I shouldn't have done this, and I know better
What did
than
you
this.
do?
I watched a clip from Fox Business because the only coverage that I could find so far on this story that was like in video form as I was walking to work this morning, I said, I got to multitask. I got to hear the story sometimes before I can spit it back out. Y'all, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It is just unfortunate they're treating Kwame this way.
I mean, he's strong enough, so he will survive it. Yeah. He has the mentality. He's a New Yorker at the end of the day. Like, he's from here. So enough from here. He understands the sentiments. He was dealing with racism prior to getting this job. Like, he knows how the people are. And he's been nothing but respectful throughout this entire process.
And I think agreed. And I think their big argument was that when, and I don't remember why they would be asking him on the campaign trail about 9/11, some shit that happened 24 years ago at this point. But his whole thing was he also remembered during that time in the city where there was a lot of, Islamophobia against people that were Muslim and people basically treating his family as less than. And they tried to take that and spin it to this whole other thing about him not caring about American people and supporting terrorists. And it's like, you motherfuckers are so boring.
Truly.
I feel like y'all just wake up every day and it's like, do we want to be misogynistic? Do we want to be racist? Do we want to be classic? Do you want to be classic? Do you want to be classist?
Yes.
What do you want to be today?
Yes. Do I want to be a bigot? Do I want to be a Nazi?
Right.
Do I want to be a fucking dickhead? Choose.
You could be both. Meet in the middle and dance all night. Happy birthday to Renaissance. Renaissance turned 4 years old. Today, July 29th.
Yes. See, that would have been a good
These motherfuckers ain't stopping me.
Hey.
Yeah. So go ahead, Kwame. Do what you got to do. We support you.
Do what you got to do, baby.
We like you.
So my bitch you got to go for this week. It's still, it was this article that was written. It's called, Is This What R&B Sounds Like When You Don't Respect Women? It was written by this woman. Her name, she's a music journalist. Her name is Mankapur or Mankapri, M-A-K-A, Manka, P-R-R, Pra.
No, Manka, Purr.
But we just gonna call her MC because the last name is Conte.
Yes.
So shout out to MC. She wrote this amazing article. She went to the Isaiah Haron's last concert. I think it was in Greenfield, South Carolina. And she's starting to realize like a lot of the music that he's writing is not necessarily compassionate towards women or he's not being empathetic towards women. He's more so just being misogynistic. In her eyes, she just feels like a lot of the music that he writes is about fictional stories of him being with a sex worker and then manipulating them and love bombing them and so on and so forth. And while I'm reading this, shout out to Jade, because she actually put me on, she loves Isaiah. She actually took me to Isaiah concert 2 months ago when he was in the city. And I thought it was a fun show. I love seeing my girl in her element, singing all her songs. And I love live shows because I just like hearing artists.
Is your girl Jade?
Yeah.
That's mad funny.
Shout out to my girl Jade.
No, in her element singing all her songs, like she's...
Oh, like she, right. Like, she wrote the songs.
Like she's on the stage.
Yeah. No.
Like she's doing her
Jade
thing.
just be like, And she's one of those black aunties. She'd be like, sing that motherfucking song again. You'd be like, girl. Excuse me, but girl. So anyway.
This is Brooklyn Paramount.
So she's just like, damn, like, is he a misogynist for real? Like, come on. I'm like, I wouldn't say he's a misogynist, but I have heard his music. And I do feel like to a degree, you could tell that this baby just does not value women. He does not he doesn't necessarily, we talk about loving women or appreciating women or like, showing up for them. And we're talking about in the most heterosexual ways, but it's just giving like a lot of red pill energy when you have a conversation with him. So based on Instagram, they have posted this on, this website is Hammer and Hope, hammerandhope.com, but they did a couple of excerpts online. So she goes, on May 4th, I drove to Atlanta to see Greenville SC to see the homecoming show for budding R&B artist Isaiah Haron at the Radio Room. Inside the cavernous, shout out to her because she was also saying a lot of words in these articles and she had me Googling shit.
It's an SAT word.
No, and it is. Concert hall, and it is. Cavernous Concert Hall, the 29-year-old singer whose label mates include SZA, Jasmine Sullivan, Chris Brown, rehearsed tracks off his debut album, Concubania.
He signed to RCA?
Yes. But I just want you to know, even saying those artists out loud, if you know their music, you know how they give it up in their songs.
Ooh, yeah. Right.
Like, a lot of it is self-deprecating.
Not too much on Jasmine.
A lot of it is self-deprecating.
We love hotels.
We love hotels.
Pick up your hood feeling.
But we're very aware of what she's saying in these songs.
Yeah.
And they're not like, oh, this is so empowering, uplifting. Oh, I feel my spirit. Like, I feel closer to God. You know, like, it's not. This
ain't Mary.
A lot of it is low vibrational. And it just is what it is. You know what I mean? It's R&B. And that was another conversation I want to get into. But to move we're driving along.
Mm-hmm.
The men and women Zohran crafts through his music seem complex and empathetically flawed, reflecting how modern heterosexual couples have become a battleground for the most recent iteration of gender wars. We see this all the time online. Because of his cultural and political inheritance, his musical kin and legacy he belongs to, I assume the musician possessed a subtle progressiveness. But when I interviewed Zohran, I encountered a figure far different from my initial impression. Zohran told me quite plainly that he was actually not at all concerned with writing about women empathetically. Then he's like, what empathy could I have for women? What I heard from Zohran was not actual violence or an admitted hate, but a microcosm of the type of cultural disdain upon which real harm flourishes. A flattened anecdote about a crazy woman here, a snide remark about what they are worth, and a bitter album coated in sugar. I mean, and she goes on and on and on and on about how he's essentially acting during the interview. Like, he's just being like cold shoulder, like, what do women have to serve? And sex should only just be for reproducing. Like, that's really logic. And this has nothing to do with me being raised in South Carolina and my dad being a pastor. This is all just like pure logic. You know what I'm saying? And also, my cousin, she's crazy and she is always with the kid and her baby father is chill and calm, but nobody ever says anything when she's acting crazy. Like, you could tell that this baby has a lot of he's battling a lot of internal issues, because the fact that even your songs about sex workers and you're talking about manipulating them and dehumanizing them and belittling them and trying to make them feel small just so you could have a one-up to get male validation when majority of your audience are women, like it's kind of ass backwards, right? But we sing the songs, we enjoy the things, and as women, to a degree, we reinforce these same issues that we say we have a problem with, right? And so we all know it's low vibrational. We could talk about the Chris Browns and the R. Kellys and the whoever the fucks, but the reality is that people are still listening to their music. People are still buying the concerts.
Shit is sold out.
I'm sure niggas is putting commissary on Old Boy's bail. You feel me? Or Old Boy's, what do you call it?
On his books.
On his books. There you go. So for me, as a Black woman, I have come to the realization, like, it was never a question if, you know, R&B was respecting women. It was like, when has R&B ever respected women?
Oh, no, I won't say that.
I will say that, because the reality... Ask your mama and them. Because the reality is, when we talk about the Al Greens, when we talk about the Ray Charles, the James Browns, when we talk... I could go through a list of brothers. You see where I'm going with this. I'm absolutely going to cook it up, because... Stir that pot. Because while I love the songs, I love the music, I love the instruments, I love the bands, I love how expanded they were, I love how much of the music is like down to the beat, no computer needed, like everybody was an instrument on their own in the booth. But the reality is that they were beating their wives, they were beating strangers, they were beating their secretaries. Yep. They were also having, whether it was sexual abuse, they were pedophiles, they were marrying their nieces, 14, 15 years old.
5, 6, 7, 8 families.
Exactly. And the conversations weren't had back then, but I promise you, we wouldn't have a Marvin Gaye of today and there wouldn't be a movement behind it. Because of the shit that he's done.
But what about what's going on?
No, I'm just... what's going on? And so this idea of like, oh, we already had this conversation of like separating the art from the artist. You can't do it. You can't. The art is literally created by the artiste. Yeah. We enjoy this creative form of expression. Majority of this brother's music, Isaiah's music, is great and it's popular, but we all know that what he's saying in these songs do not necessarily lift women up and make them feel special, make them feel loved, and make them feel warm. On the other side, he's sitting here saying sex is for people who want to make babies. Huh?
Who said that?
Statistically, you know how, like, we have to pull up the stats of like abuse. And you heard about the woman who just got killed by her husband, did a whole like suicide murder situation. But everybody in the city was like, he was just a great politician. He was a great this person. He was a great, yeah. And back home, he was being abusive emotionally, physically, and sexually to his wife. And this is the same thing that happens in this industry all the time. But we kind of just try to blindside it, being like, oh, well, he's a great politician, or he's still a great doctor, or he's an amazing engineer, or he was a great lawyer, or I loved my son. Like, I mean, it just is what it is. And in the conversation of R&B, a lot of these R&B figures that we do adore and that we do cherish, male and female, how many of them are in these healthy, long-lasting marriages that they speak of and sing about?
Yeah,
I'll wait.
Far and few.
How many of them are in these amazing, healthy relationships that they speak about? Monogamous too, that they're singing so much about. Oh, I love you, baby. I'll do anything for you. When?
Yeah.
Where?
I saw an interview.
When did you do that?
Right. I saw an interview the other day with Neo on the Zach Sang show. I believe that's how you say his last name. But Zach Sang is like I would say like a West Coast 30 years younger Elvis Duran, to put it in perspective. So like very Z100, very pop music, journalist of that nature, radio host, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Neo was up there talking about the 25th anniversary of his first album, I believe, in my own words.
Yeah.
But he's basically saying how they got into the conversation, kind of what you're saying about how, not if R&B is dead, but how much R&B has changed, and how R&B, much like a lot of other genres, has been very hip-hopified.
Yes.
And it went from, even though, as all you've said, but, your Al Greens, your Teddy Pendergrasses, your Necks, your new editions of real begging, pleading R&B music, to the point of the rappers now being the singers. And them trying to basically try and, for lack of a better term, be R&B singers. And it's like, well, y'all not pulling up with the R&B energy.
Okay, let's talk about the R&B energy really quickly. Mm-hmm. The origins of R&B came out of slavery. It came out of displacement. It came out of the ghetto. It came out of poverty. It came out of being impoverished. It came of lack of access to finances, to resources, to truly, it came out of fear and sadness and lack. It's called rhythm and blues, not rhythm and joy. Okay?
It's not R&J.
It's not R&J.
It's not Ray J.
It's R&B. We are talking about the Jim Crow motherfucking era, okay? That doom 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 doom. Like
that might be too upbeat for Jim Crow.
And that might even be a little
more like bum 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 bum. Why does it sound like Love on the Brain?
And when we talk about right, no, exactly. And when we talk about the male experience or the black male experience, like especially we're talking about those days where the protector, provider, and it's just like, I'm coming home and I'm doing this, I'm protecting my wife and I'm doing this and I'm protecting the kids and I'm bringing the food and I'm just trying to be the best man I can be. Why can't you see I'm trying to be the best?
Please, baby, please,
Lord. It's like that is the conversation of R&B, like, and that's what it's always been. Like, it's never, like, it became a woman's sport, obviously, just because out of the origins. You can't do R&B without the woman. But when it comes to the conversation of abuse and feeling depressed and feeling lonely, that is the foundation of R&B. So has it respected women? Is R&B respecting itself? Like, yeah. Even with this brother talking in his songs, he's talking about casual hookups. He's talking about, hookup culture. He's talking about flings. How is he going to respect women? The baby don't respect himself. He's out here swinging his dick to who and manipulating to get what he wants.
Now, that don't mean you don't respect yourself if you swinging your dick all over the place.
For free. Yes, it does.
For free? Would you prefer us to get paid?
Yes, I mean, absolutely.
Prefer them to get paid?
Yes. What's that song? If you fuck it for free with Drake. Never mind.
I don't even know that.
But yes, no, I think that in the conversation of R&B, when people are going back and forth, stop going back and forth about it and just accept it for what it is and what it's built on and what it's has developed into.
Yeah.
And shit, if you don't like it, make a new song.
Or, in the words of the Jigga Man, you want my old shit? Buy my old albums. It's like all the 70s, 80s, 90s music is still there. I don't think you really need to because I don't listen to the new R&B because I don't really like it like that.
I try to get into it. I try to every now and then when I want to listen to something different. But I think that it still doesn't take away that a lot of these artists are abusive. A lot of these artists are addicted. A lot of these, they deal with addictions.
Crack cocaine. And it's all Clive Davis's fault.
When we think about Mary J. Blige, we're thinking about an artist where her music is so, like, timeless. But the reality is that a lot of the music that we love is coming out of pain.
Yeah.
Last thing on this. The woman who wrote this, I learned that is, not only she's a music journalist, but she's also African. And I do find that... And that's no tea, no shade. Because she could be born here and maybe just she's raised in the culture, but she's also like tied to her African roots.
I'm laughing. Sorry, I feel like I need to explain this because I seen an Insecure where they're like, "You rude, she African." They're like, "Guys, we're all from Africa."
Okay, right.
But I just saw that clip like 2 days ago, so it's very top of mind. Yeah,
I just feel like there sometimes like these questions you don't even have to ask when you're already in the culture. You know what I mean?
What?
When you're already embedded, like. When you've grown up in this, like the question of it's almost like, oh, does hip hop respect women? What are we talking about right now?
Is what they say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes people from other cultures, they come in as journalists, as reporters, as students, and they're just trying to understand and they're learning. But it's like to understand these certain questions, you got to go back to the history of it.
But they define it from their perspective, and it doesn't allow them to actually embrace it from where you're sitting.
Right, that part. So
story of our lives.
That's my bitch, you gotta go. It kind of is, honestly, it's to everybody a part of this conversation, but yes.
Make better music.
That part.
As we'll go back to Damani's album that we talked about several episodes ago.
Yes.
This is not good for auntie's ears. You know? There's certain shit where I'm like, oh, this is not my
Yeah.
Like I, you know, put on Tina Marie Squarebiz. I need your loving.
Everybody get up!
Rest in peace to my white Nubian queen.
All right.
All right.
Next.
Why are you on Bravo.com?
Oh, for Shamia and
sorry,
Portia.
not to be all in your tabs.
Oh, girl. Next. What's yours?
Girl. All right. So I want to give a shout out to, are we going to Slay Sis?
Yes.
All right. Slay Sis for this week. So I want to give a shout out to a former Pix 11 anchor by the name of Ojinika Obiekwe. Now, she has been awarded more than 2.4. Oh, did I not eat that pronunciation?
And you did.
You ate.
You rude. I'm African.
It's full plate.
She's been awarded more than $2.4 million after jury found that she was unlawfully retaliated against. So Obiekwe claimed that she was fired after speaking out against racial and gender discrimination at Pix 11 here in New York. She also alleged that she was expected to do work of multiple employees while receiving less support than some of her colleagues. Now, Pix 11 has denied these allegations, saying that her termination was based on performance, not retaliation. However, after the verdict, Obiekwe said that she said the case wasn't just about her. It was about standing up for others who experience workplace discrimination. Now, this news also comes in the realm of a bunch of other journalists being fired. CBS News did like a big layoff a couple of months ago. I know iHeartRadio just fired a bunch of people like a month ago. And yeah, it's just really a very tumultuous time in the journalist world. And I just want to say, first of all, shout out to Ojinika. I won't say bigger than her because she's still very big. But Sade, blink twice. Because there is a petition going around right now. And the FCC is basically trying to shut down WABC 7 here in New York. Because, oh yes.
That's news.
And this is a news show. Thanks for turning us on. No, so the FCC is basically trying to come at WABC 7 because they were considering whatever they're doing on the air unlawful and not up to journalistic practices. And to me, what this is saying is, as somebody,
it was never that serious.
Here's the thing. I think there's a bunch of all of the news outlets in America, ABC seems to be the one that is the most on Trump's ass for a lot of shit. I feel like your Fox News is kind of like, of course, they're drinking the Kool-Aid. The CNNs are kind of in the middle, but NBC, depending on the day, you might get a good story. You might get that had a little iffiness to it. But I will say ABC across the board, from ABC News, which is like, The View and all of those World News Tonights, that'd be on his ass.
Yeah.
And because Trump is so in bed with the FCC, because obviously government, politics, they're trying to get WABC7 pulled off the air. So if you want to go and sign the petition, I signed it last night.
Yeah.
Everybody go sign so my girl Sade can keep her job because we need.
Oh my God, we need Sade.
Save ABC7. I don't care if it's short for me 1 day a year or 365.
Those 2
If
days.
you my friend, you my friend. And Sade is not only my friend, she's my mother, she's a pal, and she is a confidant. Thank you, Sade.
Sade's amazing.
Okay, my slate says for this week is the
Yes.
Brooklyn Museum. As you guys know, first Fridays, they come out. They do the things.
Saturdays.
Excuse me, what did I say?
You about
First
to have
Fridays.
a bunch of Negroes at the
First-
first. They're like, we close. It's 7 o'clock. We close.
We're at the bar in the corner.
First Saturdays, August 1st, 5 to 10 p.m. Shout outs to the Brooklyn Museum because they are doing Where Brooklyn Meets the Caribbean. So they're going to be turning up. If you decide to go, they're going to have Metro Steel Orchestra. They're going to have a hands-on art sketch club. If you're not a voter, if you haven't been registered to vote yet, you could do that there too. A Brooklyn pop-up market, pop-up talks, movement workshop, a little dancey dance, fireside chat, the math of the music, artist talk, a first Panamanian marching band. They're gonna have salsa rockers, teen talks, a Know Your Rights with Defense Carib. Shout out to him. Education Gallery is going to happen like later on the day, and they're going to do pop-up poetry. And the last, shout out to DJ Ultraviolet. I've actually been to one of her sets before, and she's really fun.
And sounds so familiar.
Where's she from? 'Cause that does
She's
sound
from the
familiar.
Bronx. Or I lied. Her monthly Brooklyn-based party, Bodega James, pays homage to Dominican dance culture and the city's broader Caribbean diaspora. She does funk, dembow, disco, rhythms of New York City, and then DJ Not Nice.
What does that mean?
Right. And then you have
KTU?
DJ. Exactly.
KTU.
No, but she do be like, and then a little reggaeton every now and then. And then you have DJ Not Nice, and it says at the end of the night with the energetic set, DJ Not Nice, whose versatile, globally inspired sound blends with dancehall, hip hop, Afrobeat, soca, and piano, and more. So that'll be happening from 8:30 to 9:45 if you're in Brooklyn.
On Saturday, pull up. Boop,
ahead,
boop,
go
boop.
to the museum.
I've been to First Saturdays in a minute.
I've never been to First Saturdays.
I was about to say, I think the last time we went, I was going to say we were together, but actually you didn't come that day.
No, I didn't.
It was there that the group chat made it out the
Yeah.
chat.
I mean, if I pull up, y'all, I might. Who knows? You can register. It's free.
You live
It's
right
always
there.
a good time. and
Also,
I do
Brooklyn
live right
Museum,
there.
y'all been fucking around. I'm sorry. We're going to have this conversation. Let's have this conversation.
What?
Because First Saturday used to be a lot easier to get into. You could just really be
It's the
anybody.
transplants.
Anybody of the people, you could go. As long as you was there on time, you can get in. Now you got to be almost like a member to get, first dibs and blah, blah, blah. And I respect all of that because
Yeah.
y'all need to make y'all money.
The
But
transplants.
y'all are kind of ruining the vibe of, which is why I don't like to go anymore. Because it used to be so much easier just to get access to it. And now I'm like, I don't want to have to fight through all of this to be at some museum just to dance at the club when I could go to any other club and dance around stolen artwork from Black people.
All right, y'all. And last but not least, it's going to be a high 83, low 74, high 82, low 75 Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be a little hot, a little humid. You can still wear a tank top.
I need y'all to stop using. Oh, go ahead.
You can still put on your coochie cutters. So you could come outside with an umbrella. You can have your little visor. The pollution, the sun it's a different type of sun right now. I don't know what she's doing, but make sure you put on your sunscreen and have a beautiful weekend.
And no more AI. Because why it's not hot and why it's flash flooding and why everything is so fucked up with the weather
You
right
saw
now.
that video of all the cords in the river?
No.
Oh
What video?
my God, it was awful. You could tell like it was connected to a data center. It was like a shit ton of
Oh,
cords.
like actual cores.
Cords, yeah,
I didn't
running
know
through a
what you
river.
meant by that. Yeah.
And hey, we still need a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
not
if you
made
know
by Claude and family. We
not made
need
by
real-
Claude,
Yeah.
not Gemini or whatever you use, baby. Okay. What happened?
I want people to see how bad it looks so you can understand.
We keep talking to you guys about this.
Mm-hmm.
We need somebody to fix that. I need to cut one of these clips. I need to cut like 5 of these clips
I already
because
told you
we've
what we
set
need to
this.
do.
What?
You looking for a chef at an engineering school. You just need to go find an engineer.
End scene.
Yeah.
All right, babies.
Yes. Well, that wraps up this week's show. Thank you so much for checking us out.
I'm Kenny Miracle.
Oh,
What do you want me to say? Why you looked at me like that?
I don't know, but I'm Kenya Miracle. Like, that's not what you was going to say.
I was like, are we doing an actual outro? Like,
Yeah,
what's the
why
scene?
not?
Pass me a gum too.
Here.
All right, babies.
What would I have?
Have a beautiful weekend. Love you guys so much.
Love you so much for listening. We'll talk to you all next week right here on Still Diverted. Are you going to go call back?
Yes, of course.
Let's call him right now.
Okay.
Let's call him on speaker.
Okay.
Can I sing a song while you do that?
Yeah.
Kenya's got a man at home. Yeah, Shantae's not the only one that got a man at
She
home.
been dating or whatever, and it's a good time. You should go on a date this weekend, y'all. Come on, let's go.
Talk to y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.